Hi guys, my name is Sonali and welcome back to this final episode of Atomic Habits. We learned a variety of things, and for me, if I had to summarize it in a few points, I would say the key messages of these blinks are: point number one, a tiny change in your behavior will not transform your life overnight, but turn that into a habit that you do every single day and you will see the impact. It's about developing a positive a system of positive habits when put together can change your life drastically, can improve the quality of your life, can improve the positivity in your life and leave you stunned. Try it. Point number two, change your environment, develop more of good cues and avoid bad cues. This will enable you to take an obvious hint and prepare your brain that you have to do a particular task without fail. Point number three, another great way to strengthen your cues is to use implementation technique. Please tell yourself, what are you going to do, when are you going to do, and how are you going to do it. In this way, you prepare your mind with a plan of action, and this is a very important step in building a new habit. Humans are driven by rewards. So if you attach a gratifying or a reward to the process of your habits, you will end up following it through completely, and this will enable you to follow your habits end to end. This technique is called temptation bundling, putting all your temptations together. Point number four, reduce the friction when you're just starting. Make sure that you are able to adapt a new habit with the minimum friction as possible, and follow the 2 minutes rule. Getting started towards something, starting to go to a gym or starting a new diet is the primary step towards developing a new habit. If you're able to get started, if you are able to follow the 2 minutes rule, you will be able to see extremely satisfying results. At least getting started is where you are stuck mostly. You are not able to motivate yourself enough to get started. And if you're able to do that, you will be able to see amazing results of how these habits can transform your life. Now the point number five, if you make your habits satisfying, it gives you some kind of pleasure, joy, happiness, you will be able to transform your behavior into a better behavior. So, when you are talking about behavioral changes, it's essential that we have, a very satisfying response at the end of it. And if you're able to do that, you will see a very rewarding experience of developing a new habit. And the last but the very important point, when we're doing something new, it becomes very imperative that we track how we are performing. So create a framework of habit tracking using trackers and contracts that will enable you to monitor your performance of how you're able to stay on track and are you on the right trajectory towards adopting this new habit. Now, habit tracking, can give you a very good idea about your performance, while contracts are something that, help you pay a price if you're not following your habits completely. And this will actually motivate you enough to adopt these new habits faster. Another quick tip for you to introduce new behavior in your life is to use habit stacking. Now, what is that? Think about it throughout the day, which is that one habit that you do effortlessly. Say, for example, when you wake up in the morning, you have coffee or tea. Now, if you want to start meditation, club it with, having tea or coffee in the morning. What I'm trying to say is that once you have finished your tea or coffee, make sure that the next step is to go and sit for meditation. Take and peacefully, put the mat and play some music and sit for meditation. This will effortlessly bring a new behavior, into your life without having too much friction around it. When you stack a habit with an old existing habit, it actually maintains a rhythm and a flow, which gives you an idea as to nothing has changed. There is no new behavior. And this tricks your mind into believing that it is a part and extension of an existing habit. And this is a very interesting, effective way of introducing new behaviors into your life. Habits can be a very powerful force in our life. It really controls our behavior and our experiences of our life, right? And it's very important that we develop the right habits. I learned it by reading this book that some of my habits were affecting me so much without even knowing about it. I'm sure you must have had, your times when you've thought about this particular action is not good. Why don't you sit and review about all your habits, the good and the bad ones, and take a stock of what you need to change in your life, and what are the new things that you can add for a wonderful life experience. This is all about habits. Now let us head over to the new book that I am reviewing. It's called Better Than Before by Gretchen Rubens. She's an international best-selling author. She is an expert on happiness and life improvement. She is an expert to tell you how to reflect on habits that can lead to happier life overall, and which are the behaviors that will help you enhance the quality of your life. So if you want to take an action on your everyday life, if you want to learn something new on how to create these habits, reflect on your existing habits, head over to the videos where we're talking about Better Than Before. This is Sonali, and thank you so much for your support. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Please let me know how this is helping you guys, and I would try and create as many techniques, and I will try and pick up the best possible techniques from all of these books to help you and to improve myself also in a lot of ways. This is the Happiness Company. I hope you are happier than before.